Welcome back to the FTS. We are here at SimTel Park for race 15. Hook down qualifying. And right back up. We're going to get the round of 12 underway. It's a pretty solid racetrack. Look at the racing that takes place on our racetrack. Pace truck off. And we are going to kick off the green flag to begin the Oreo 200 and the round of 12. Fred Jones, got plenty of contenders moving to the front here. So it's going to be a very top-heavy race, at least for these guys. 3 wide early on. You do not want to be on top. There is not much up there to work with. As we complete our first lap, Fred Jones to the lead. J Money working the bottom. Moving up the field with Queso. The 99 thought about going 4. He does get to the bottom there. That's going to send Iris and Darkest Presence a little bit back there. It's when you get side by side. It's not bad, but 3 wide's when it gets interesting here. Dirtman 5 trying to beat the 25 to the low line. Doesn't quite happen. The Puff able to set in here and get back into going in the right direction. They get quite a bit of speed down going into turn 3 and 4. Just trying to keep the speed as much as they can and get going. Fred Jones got put top of 3. He didn't go that far back. Turns 1 and 2 more dangerous. As just outside the top 10, Rats Tyrell has found his way back with these guys. The Darkest Presence a little bit behind the times here in 17th. But these playoff drivers, Derek Baum has slipped back a little bit. He's not having the best start. Beach Brutus has a lot of ground to make up. And the 52 just cannot go the right way so far. To work on that thing quite a lot throughout the day. Is Morshoe out front. Top few on the line. Look at battle for 5th. Hampter is trying to get something generating here. May have been one of the drivers to miss the playoffs, but is certainly still strong, trying to keep up with drivers like the 18. 18 in points. And look who's coming up through the field. Weichel Maltrip has been slowly creeping up and trying to take a top 10 off this day right here. Big Biff is creeping around. He's got a good truck today. Nothing much really to comment here. Battles up top, battles up down low. But 25 has looked good. Just, you can get to that back bumper. You just don't want to get too close or else bad things happen. With the rivalries here, I would not be surprised to see some drivers take each other out. Little bed sheet had a really low entry into that corner, number 22. Just the field here is just littered with so many what ifs seasons. 71 missed out, but it's just still hanging in, trying her best to get something going. As up front, Queso has been battling hard with Morshoe. The big man's going to get his lead here, as here comes Billy Mays and some other reinforcements up through this field. They're sliding through these corners nice and good. So far, everybody's relatively within a short while of each other, the only exception being those bottom two who have found their way further back. Hampter really slow off the corner there. As he drops spots, he's going to be on that 3 wide top. Not a good look. As Morshoe going to get it back. That 18 has been good. That 15 is just hanging with the best of them. I didn't think Weichel didn't get the memo. Like, he's racing up here. He's got to understand, he is 38th in points right now. He's putting on a good one. Billy Mays trying to contend to get some top 10 spots just to try to hold off. But if certain drivers are having bad days, then it doesn't really matter. You just need to beat 4 of them. And so far, the 19 is holding ahead of those he... Yeah. All right. Rats Tyrell back there. Wolf Van Halen, a little disappointing season that he's had. Derek Baum and Beach Brutus, both of them have been slightly suboptimal, but there's plenty of time to make it up. They're looking at some trucks ahead. That 02, Bernice White trying to pass her to get into the top 20. Things have relatively tapered off. I'd say that this battle back here, like, look at, like, even in the back, they still race hard. They got that sorted out now. Let's jump back up with the 25. The puff starting to really fall off track position wise. Morshoe got for the lead. They're going to be 3 wide entering 1. Fred Jones is going to look to the bottom. Not quite put it in, but Iris gets a little up the track. As the lap times are definitely slowing down. Might be despite the fact this track is relatively symmetrical. They run turns 1 and 2 differently than 3 and 4. But it definitely seems like they are not having as much speed around here as what they used to. That these could lead to mistakes. But when the mistakes happen, that's when you get shit flying around everywhere. Fred Jones, he's got something to prove. I think this 86 has had a relatively underwhelming career despite all the wins. He wants to prove that he can make a deep run. As a 2 wide all around. Like, you are going side by side with a lot here. The 71's here. 19. Just plenty of same faces. No, who's not here? The Puff is falling back to 24th. Him and Razor close by. They don't want to be kind of slacking here. Iris wasn't out front. Now kind of in threat of losing a top 10 position as Dirtman 5 continues to lead this thing around. Meanwhile, J Money side by side. Like J Money's a driver who really locked in when he needed to. So this 88 team has had it going the right way. They could do some serious damage here. I do not blame them at all if they knock out a fan favorite. And Benny Scholl, he is really needing this. Like, you could say that 2-win season isn't bad, but when you're 34th in points, you're looking for any reason to get it going in the right direction. And Benny Scholl has had just about everything that can go wrong that did go wrong this season. It is unfortunate. This could be a one-stop race, and there might be coming up on that single stop. See some smoke. Oh, window liquor. Oh, he's licking windows. No caution for the 36. There's no shot Turtle Slow wrecked them. They were literally the two slowest cars on track. As we see a violent pass for the lead. Morshoe putting the moves on Dirtman. They're coming up on Turtle Slow, so I think something must have happened to those two. Somehow, some way. Now you can see Turtle Slow in the versus the pack here. As yeah, it goes down. That deficit right there. They're both going to go a lap down, and the window liquor is going to have damage. All right, they're passing the 45. Morshoe versus Star. This is quite the battle of non-playoff drivers. The 71 is making this work. But the problem is, like, everybody's going to have to put up with Turtle Slow. I mean, true to his name, that's what he does. He goes slow, and they're going to try and put him 3 wide top. Dirtman 5 getting all the bad decisions there. They're 4 wide with Turtle Slow, by the way. Billy Mays is going to... Oh, there goes Wolf. And the 19 is big damage. Oh, he's trying to get down to pit road. What happened here? So many replayable moments. So many no cautions. But the 19 is going to get smoked early in the playoff hunt right here. All due to those lappers. And Billy Mays he's done. His day is cooked. By God. Whoa, now they're coming down pit road. I don't think it's going to be a 2-stop race, but I think it's going to be a very interesting day here for drivers. Morshoe's already in pit road. He pitted a lap before everyone else. J Money's coming in. Star still rolling. I think, yeah, she's coming in. She's going to lead these guys. The 04 Wolf Van Halen about shit himself earlier that run. Driver's coming in. All in this time. Morshoe now, he's going to be out earlier than everyone else here. Now, but 18, I'm going to keep my eyes on him because he's got it good. He's got a lot of clear track right now, and he's going to try and pass a lot of these guys. I do think that, not sure when the pitting is going to play out. Darkest Presence now leading this group. The 14 is here, and we are looking at drivers exiting the pits. There's the 71. I do believe that Rats Tyrell and Darkest Presence had the best outlap this time. The 14 knows how to get it done here. So, as he takes the lead, they're going to get more spread out. It's amazing what has happened here thus far. Turtle Slow and Window Liquor are still clean and jam. Then who the hell is in 39th place? The 21. So Billy May is the only one out. That's going to be a tough playoff start. And that one team, they're finally going to get something. If this green flag run can persist, it's actually looking pretty good. Dirtman 5 and Iris doing what they can. Curbio in the top 10. Holy shit. Who let Curbio in here? Have 41. If he's got it fast, he's got it good. Now, the Puff, on the other hand, 17th isn't terrible, but there's plenty of drivers who are slightly suboptimal in their opening days. I think Beach Brutus might also be in that camp, as he is currently running, and actually he's running better than the Puff. Okay. Derek Baum in 12th? I mean, step up to the plate. They got plenty of guys who are willing to do that. As they are coming up on the 45 again. Revenge of the Slow. He's actually running behind Window Liquor at this moment. Not sure how he's managed to lick his way up to 40th place. They'll lap him soon enough, I guess, as we take a look at the lead battle. It's Benny Scholl to the front. He's peaking. He is trying to get the lead from Morshoe. And he's going to do it. The one out front. The more single file nature of the field here has kind of led to what is essentially easier lapping time. Is I think the 19 is kind of getting a little angry over how that's going right now. J Money leading now. I mean, they're coming up on him right now at 36. Dirtman 5 is here. He's keeping it pretty good. Morshoe kind of taking the the high line back to where outside the top 10 is. You got plenty of opportunity here to pass one if they form up this group right here. Fred Jones throws it to one. He's looking right there. I didn't even see Iris in the lead there. She must have snuck up on me like that. Fred Jones wants to take it from her. Right in the inside. Put it right there. And now 36 is going to be a bit of an obstruction here. I think Rat's not really appreciating the slower trucks in the field. Beach Brutus, he's going to be an outside shot of the top 10 after the relative sluggish start to his day. Hampter goes super low in. That's going to really force that guy 3 wide outside to rethink how they run this track. Still, it's a solid time to be in this lead group. I see them swinging out more often. See that bravado that some of these drivers have that we haven't seen earlier. The 52, not with these front guys. Everyone's just kind of clinging on to their whatever packs they can have. Kind of like mini pack racing at this point. 3 groups of drivers all across the racetrack. "49 laps of continuous green flag running." Yeah, it's been some weird happenings on the track earlier this race, but so far it hasn't really resulted in anything too big. But these drivers might be fearing fuel if it goes green to the end, so we'll have to see who does what here. The one, yeah, he's got a pretty exciting ride here, but he just, at the very least, you got to think you're at least a little bit worried when you run like this because you've seen finishes like this get taken away before. We'll have to see what becomes of this. A 95 getting the low side, but a little bit of a run here. I don't think anyone's on his inside, so. Oh, the 33's down there. It's a decently wide track surface, so you're allowed a little bit of freedom with where to run. So it's not the worst. As Fred Jones and Beach Brutus, they're going to fight out front. These two high-flying playoff drivers are looking to immediately assert themselves into the round of 8 here. They do not want to fuck around. The 1-2 battle is like a 1-2 punch right here. Beach Brutus has to be careful with where he goes. He just doesn't want to overstep the boundaries. But they do pull alongside. So take it with what you can get. Low, high, I think the 17 might get him here. But Fred Jones going to fight back. And Hampter has joined the fray. Hello, Mr. 46. You're doing yourself a solid job for what you've been given. 33. Trying to sneak in a good day. They get more single filed out. Yeah, they're not going to be lapping anyone anytime soon. As this group here, they're all slow, but they're still fighting for something. As there is the turtle slow being very slow. See, if the 45 goes high, they'll just he'll be the next one they come across when they lap everyone here. The Puff has returned at 25, kind of flipping the script on the 14. Now Darkest Presence is sent back to about 16th place. The Puff now going for the lead. This is getting very. It's the long game for these guys. I have a feeling that there's still a trick left in this race's bag, but generally speaking, this is about where nobody expected this race to be. Just normally SimTel Park chaos comes in early, but it may have gotten its flight delayed to the track. We'll have to wonder if it'll show up before the race ends. Had a little bit of it with the window liquor and turtle slow moments, but that just comes with those two being slow as shit, not really good old classic track chaos. You see some drivers really starting to creep back into the top 10. Benny Scholl wants a good run, and he is running low to try to make these passes to have it happen. Fred Jones steps out of line. He's going to make an attempt here on the 25's lead. I think these top four might be the four fastest late in the going. But Derek Baum going to try and lead an offensive here to at least try to assert himself among some of the stronger playoff material here. Whoa, Presence saves it. What the fuck? He kind of bashed it in driver's side, but he's still righted it out, and he's going to continue going. The 14. A lot of no caution moments to be had at this track. As now the laps are in the singular digit to go. That 14 is just hanging on to trying to get to the end of this fucking thing. We'll have to see who's hot, who's not. Curbio stepping up, trying to get a top 5 out of this day. The 41 has been pretty good. Now Beach Brutus, Fred Jones. Keep your eyes on these two. Beach Brutus trying to go 2 for 2 to end the regular season, start the playoffs with a win each. While Fred Jones is trying to defend and show himself why the original fantasy driver reigns supreme over all of them. Hampter tried to peek 3 wide, but just wasn't able to make anything happen. The Puff has a run on Fred. As 86 is going to have to pit. He is going to try and show his hand early here to get a jump on the field. Benny's in. Plenty of these drivers. Now, the top 3 got to be a little bit worried about this one, because if it's not as good as you think the fuel situation is, you might want to come in now, and that's what they're doing. Plenty of drivers in the entry here. J Money getting into it with Iris. Oh, J Money destroyed more shoe, and butter pants. Oh, more trouble. That's Bunger. Wolf Van Halen is. That's at least half a dozen cars on the front stretch. Caution's out. And the guys who haven't pitted, they're pitting. We'll sort this out later. We need some replays first. Good God. All right, let's do this wreck first because it's the easiest thing to do. Some drivers had the throttle pinned for about half a fucking lap. Jesus Christ, you guys. I think J Money tried to do this earlier in the race on somebody, pit from a second lane. He got away with it the first time, but this time he was not so lucky. Iris decides to shut the door on a playoff hopeful, and God, fucking Morshoe nowhere to go. Butterpants got destroyed for it. And the worst part is everybody's coming around 3 and 4 right now. Look at no brakes, no hope in hell. Oh God, J Money. That was the hit from the 04. Tried to squeeze it up onto J Money. Vin Unleaded gets away with it, but there is Bunger. Big Biff fucking Squargly runs it to Joe Burrow. And shit. Let's play it out a little bit further to see what we got here. That Burrow and Squargly really can't get it going again. All right. Let's back it up a bit to the other incidents earlier in the race with the 23, 36, and 45. All right. So keep in mind, these guys are like half a fucking lap away from. Keep in mind, these guys are like 15 seconds off the pack. And the window licker got turned, but he saves it on the apron and they stay green. Somehow, the two slowest cars managed to wreck each other in this race. And here's the incident with Billy Mays. Actually, no, this is a one lap before that. All right. All right. Here's the incident with Billy Mays. Turtle Slow was 4 wide top. Billy Mays kind of takes that down. Wolf Van Halen saves it, but God, a hard hit in the wall for Billy Mays. It was slightly suboptimal. And now, modern race, it is very suboptimal. Drivers kind of not knowing their track position right now. We will get this one sorted out eventually. For now, we are breathing life into the shit show. The 46 pits from the lead. Drivers coming down pit road again. All right. The pace car. All right, we are. It's going to be a 1 lap dash. All right, let's take a look. Michael Maltrip leads. 88, 18, 56, 6, 9, 04 out of the race. 98's out of the race. Bernice is a lap down. So is Samus Aran. Weichel is pitting from the lead, which means that the presumed leader of the race is now the 43 of Spock. I think, because Spock second, Dr. Jr. third, this is risky for these two because if they don't make it their lap, they won't get a good finish. But here we go. White flag in the air one more time around. Spock trying to hold him off. One more for good measure. Beach Brutus trying to go 2 for 2. And the Brute's gonna get there as the 43 runs out. The 32 is out and holding up plenty of drivers as they're kind of wrecked back there. So many drivers hitting the pits, but it's going to be Beach Brutus to slam this victory right down mid. Queso with a good second place. Curbio with a third. Benny Scholl with a top 5, just thanking the great heavens above you didn't have to fuck this one up. Dr. Jr., there's plenty of drivers that didn't make it in the end there. It was a bit crazy, but Hampton and final, we're going to have to sort this shit out. Hampton Dirtman decided to pull down and out. They're about out. Dr. Jr., Spock ran out. We will get an update on the final results, but I think these are the ones as is. Overall, solid runs for those who did, and kind of sucks for those who didn't. That is all we have for this race. We'll see you next time. Take care.